it's work in progress.
Okay. Thank you. I hope that clarified it. Thank you, Councillor Kelvin, City Mayor. Can I now then move that the recommendations on page 9, effectively to note, this will go forward to the budget meeting on the 22nd and there to be ratified. Is that agreed? Sorry, Councillor Dempster. We'll move these. Carry on.
Yeah, because what we're voting on are the recommendations that Council will be asked to agree to.
Yes.
And so I just wondered, would it be possible to have another one in there about ensuring the timeliness of reviews coming to scrutiny?
City Mayor, I think that's...
Chair, I don't think at this stage it needs to be perhaps... well, actually, I mean, there's no reason at all, actually, now I think about it, why the Commission might not wish to recommend to me that I make some firm commitment about ensuring that we are very transparent about the reviews in such a way that there can be meaningful scrutiny. Clearly, it's a matter for you to judge whether you would wish to say that, but certainly it would seem to me a very appropriate thing to say and something that I would be very pleased to respond positively to.
So can I propose then that we agree the recommendations with the addition that the executive ensure that scrutiny are engaged meaningfully in the scrutiny review process?
Well, the purpose and intent of commissions and scrutiny is to do precisely that.
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
With respect to, I think the point that is being made is that while it is the job of scrutiny to do that, it is not always made as straightforward as possible, as it might be, if sometimes the timetable is not made known to them as early as it could be. I think it's a very valid point to be made, and one that, were I the chair of a scrutiny commission, I think I would want to take this opportunity to make, and one that I think it would be very appropriate for you, Chair, perhaps on behalf of the commission, to point firmly in my direction.
I think you mentioned the words timely manner. I think what is important is that, barring any unforeseen set of circumstances where the executive, and hopefully that should happen minimally, that is the timely manner that we are really referring to, and I would endorse that. This is an open and transparent exercise, and I think that's what it's always been. Councillor Dempster, I'm just wondering whether you would accept that.
Yeah, it's just that instead of timely, I would prefer meaningful. I'll tell you why, because actually there was a thing on the politics show last week, the week before, and meaningful means being able, getting it in time to actually make a difference. And that's the point.
Yes. Okay.
So instead of us getting things that say next week we're going to consult on this, and this option,
yes,
I would prefer that we got something much, much earlier,
yes,
that said these are the issues and there are a range of options. You may be able to come up with a different option to add to the consultation process.
Okay.
So that's about it being meaningful. So meaningful, it would have to be timely. But if you just say timely, that doesn't have to be meaningful. Mm-hmm. So that's why I prefer the word meaningful. Sorry to be a bit of a nerdy type.
Would you be happy if we include this? Councillor Dempster, just trying to be helpful, would you be happy if we include that in the minutes, that those are the comments, and we will endorse those comments on each and every occasion? I'm I'd like to move the recommendations as they are, so that we can give our support as OSC with regards to the budgetary provisions that we've discussed and the commissioners have discussed. But I absolutely share the points that you're making. Can I once again move the recommendation that we note the recommendations? Is that agreed?
Chair, I wonder if I can be helpful. I wonder if this might be helpful. Chair, I think, I hope have indicated that I entirely take on board the point that has been made. And I think that the fact that I've taken that on board might well be noted in the minutes. And I can assure members here that I will, when this comes to council, seek to add something that takes entirely on board the spirit of what has been said. We can work out the words later, but I do understand
it's just the wording,
important difference between
okay.
something being timely and it being meaningful as well. But
I'm very grateful, City Mayor. Thank you very much. Now that is very helpful. If that is now resolved, can we agree the recommendations? Thank you very much. It is timely that Councillor Masters is in the House. Thank you. You reached here safely.